Hi guys, it's Grace with Grace Gets Gastric. Today is Tuesday, May 7th, 2019, and I'm here today for my 1 year, 18 weeks, or 70-week post-op VSG update. To start off with stats, again, my name is Grace. I'm 5'8", 28 years old, and on January 2nd, 2018, I had the Vertical Sleeve Gastrectomy, or VSG weight loss surgery. My highest weight ever recorded was 354 pounds in May of 2017, and I was required by my insurance to do a 6-month medically supervised weight loss diet, and over the course of that 6 months, I did lose 35 pounds, so my starting weight day of surgery was 319 pounds. Last week I came into with a weight of 189.9, and this morning I weighed in at 188.8. So that is a weekly loss of 1.1 pounds, a loss since surgery of 130.2 pounds, and a loss since my highest weight of 165.2 pounds. Sorry, we're in another car video. Life is just crazy. I don't have as much time. I'm actually doing things after work now, but it does make filming and editing a little bit more challenging. So I try to get the filming done early so that I can do the editing later on. But the sun is just, you can't even tell I have a hand right here. Anyways, 1.1 pounds. I'm really happy with that. It's a loss, a decent loss as well. And I'm still firmly in the 180s. This is not quite the lowest I've seen so far. I did see it a little bit lower right after my 5-day egg fast when I was basically negative water weight. So I'm actually pretty happy with the small bounce back I did when I started, adding in a few more carbs like my normal diet is. And happy that it's still trending downward. I do think that the 75 hard challenge that I've been doing has very much contributed to that. I'm doing 2 45-minute workouts a day, generally one long walk and then one other kind of workout. And I am sticking to my diet. I'm getting in plenty of water, and I was already getting in a lot of water, but now I'm consistently getting in a gallon, and it's just helping me, stick to my diet, which I think is really the biggest part. But I'm feeling good about where I'm at, about the progress I'm making, and I'm getting closer and closer to kind of my ultimate goal. I looked at my FitnessPal, or my Fitbit, and I'm about 25 pounds. If I were to go to the 164, the highest weight for my normal BMI, I'm 25 pounds away from that. I'm about 11-ish pounds away from 177, which is my kind of real-ish goal. I think 164. 25 more pounds just seems a little bit insane to me. I'm already, I like my face, but I can already just see where it could get a little bit more gaunt. I don't have a lot of extra space in my upper body, to be honest. I definitely, you can't really see because of the sun. Maybe, nope. I definitely have some fat still in my arm, but a lot of it is skin. But other than that, this is mostly just skin. So I don't have a ton of weight, obviously at my chest, but there's not a lot left there either. It's really just my stomach and my legs. But again, a lot of my legs are muscle. My stomach is really a significant portion of my weight. But anyways, happy with my weight loss. We're just trucking right along. Let's see. Not too much happened this last week. A lot of stuff is happening this next week. I'm going to have my first personal training session on Thursday. It's really just going to be kind of like a consult. I've got my annual physical next Monday, and I have a whole list of things I want to talk to her about. Things that are like my back acne that I've talked to you guys about, trying to get some medical massage maybe. I want to talk to her about, if I do decide to get plastics in the next 8 months or whatever, if I go to Mexico, if she would be willing to do aftercare for me. I know that some PCPs are not comfortable caring for people who have had surgery out of the country, so I kind of want to figure that out now, since that is likely going to be where I go with that. So just a bunch of stuff I want to talk to her about, and I'll let you know how that goes. I'm also going to my parents this weekend, my dad's house, for Mother's Day. My stepmom is also there, so and her birthday was last weekend, so it's kind of Mother's Day / birthday. And this will be my first out of town experience since starting the 75 hard. So I'll obviously be vlogging about that on my 75 hard videos, but it's definitely requiring some extra planning both this week and for the weekend to make sure that I am hitting my goals. But yeah, this past week has just been a week. One thing that is interesting is so yesterday I got a bunch of like sugar-free, really super low calorie candies like mints and those like Werther's caramels that are, you know, not 0 calories, but practically 0 calories. And I got a bunch of those because I was struggling a little bit with wanting to snack and eat things when I wasn't hungry. And so I got some of those to kind of help push me through the sugar-free, you know, the sugar moment that I had. And I definitely was quite gassy last night and a little bit this morning even. And I do believe it's from the sugar alcohols in those candies. And I'm not it wasn't like discomfort. I mean, it kind of discomfort because it's not like super fun to feel like you're gonna, you know, all the time, but it wasn't like painful. But I remember, it's kind of an NSV. I remember when I was pre-op or at the beginning of this process, one of the things I actually really wanted was to be able to feel the effects of food on my body. I felt like at my size, with all of my weight, I felt very out of touch with what was happening in my body internally. And I don't know if that was real or if it was just sort of like in my head to the point where like I felt like I couldn't know because there was just this mental barrier of the physical barrier of all the fat. But it felt like I could eat whatever I wanted anytime I wanted. I didn't feel any kind of effects. There was no, I feel better or worse when I eat these kinds of foods. And I was sure that there was stuff happening that I just was not aware of because there was too much mass in the way. And again, I don't know if that's actually real, but that's how it felt to me. And so realizing that I am at a point where I can feel the effects of food on my body. You know, I've mentioned before, certain times if I'm eating like a significant amount of pure sugar, particularly like with a dense, high carb, high sugar, high fat food, I do feel the effects of that. I feel awful. And you know, I get what I call the sugar blahs, where I just don't feel good for, you know, and it can hit pretty quickly and it can last, you know, an hour or two. And with those sugar alcohols I consumed yesterday, you know, and it wasn't like I went totally ham, but I definitely had like a handful, and I could feel like, you know, I had an effect that I'm fairly certain, like I can pinpoint to that. And that's kind of cool that I've gotten to a point now where I do feel a difference in my body with certain foods. And I don't think that I really have any significant food intolerances that I have been aware of. You know, it's not like I don't think I have any issues with dairy or gluten or nightshades or any of that. But that is something I might at some point try an elimination diet. Now that I feel like I'm at a point where I can actually tell the difference in an elimination diet in my body, just because I'm curious, not because, again, I'm trying to lose weight or I have any problems with those foods, but because, I do want to fuel my body in the best possible way. And now I feel like I may be getting to a point where that's like a viable thing for me, you know. And again, that's not to say that it wasn't when I was bigger, but there was, for me, it just mentally, I just felt out of touch with my body. And I'm feeling more and more in touch with it these days, which is a cool thing. Anyways, you guys, I think that's pretty much it for today. I hope you guys are doing great. It's been beautiful here, so I hope wherever you are, the weather is wonderful. I cannot tell you how much better my mood and my motivation and just my being is when it's nice and pretty outside and there's sunshine to give me that vitamin D that everyone in Seattle is lacking. Anyways, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you like this video, and I will talk to you all very soon.